Well, the Premier League ended a little bit disappointingly, didn't it? We were never going to win the league when it came to those final 3 games. I'm not bothered about that we didn't win the league because, of course, 5 in a row is pretty difficult to do. But it's more in the way we lost the league in those final 3 games. 9 points off Liverpool, level on goal difference in the end. That is disappointing. We finished level on points as well with Tottenham Hotspur after those defeats in the final game of the season. You know, we lost to Spurs, we lost to West Ham, we lost to Fulham. 3 defeats to end the season in the Premier League. Put us in a bit of a downer going in towards the FA Cup final, which is coming up next. But we do finish second in the league, Spurs third, United fourth. And yeah, I am a little bit disappointed with that one. Liverpool win the league, congratulations to them. They deserve to. When you can see that record, they won more games than us. They conceded less goals than us, and they nearly scored as many goals as us. So very equal, really. And in the games we played them, they beat us at Anfield, and deserved winners, without a doubt. I'm not bitter. 5 in a row can't happen, but next year we're going back to win that Premier League title again. We want it back in Manchester. As for the Emirates FA Cup final, we faced Chelsea in the final against Enzo Maresca's side. In the semi-finals, we went on to beat Leeds United by 2-1. Chelsea beating Arsenal by 3-2. It's City versus Chelsea in a big FA Cup final for City to win a trophy here. We've lost out in the Premier League. We're in the final of the Champions League. We're in the final of the FA Cup. And those 2 trophies have to head to Manchester now. We have to win this one against Chelsea. Enzo Maresca's side is a little surprising. Chelsea do go crazy in the transfer market, and they seem to have continue to go a little bit crazy in terms of what they've done. They've brought in another goalkeeper now on top of Jorgensen, and also, who else do they have? David Sanchez as well. It is Kanechi in goal for Chelsea, a back 4 of Malo Gusto, Shah signed from Chelsea, Tosin Adebayo, and also Acuna. So they've changed the policy a little bit, going from experienced players. Enzo in the midfield with Christopher Nkunku and Omari Kellyman, one of those sort of PSR signings. Estavio takes the captain's armband, who's ridiculously good in this game on that right-hand side. Mikhailo Mudryk on the left, and Nicholas Jackson through the middle. They've got Davide Washington, Mark Gui, Jorgensen, Buddy Shield, Dewsbury Hall, Fofana, and Raheem Sterling still at Chelsea. He's on the bench. Kai Chukwuemeka unavailable. But I'm very surprised that we don't see Dewsbury Hall start. Kellyman obviously has made a big impact in their season, and he starts in the Chelsea 11 in this FA Cup final. Aside for the final today, Ortega starts what will be his final game for the club in goal. Kyle Walker, Akanji, Captain Diaz, and also Vardiol along the back 4. Could be a final game also for Kyle Walker. Midfield 3 of Rodri, Guimaraes, and Phil Foden, our strongest 3, with Jack Grealish preferred on the left, Savinho on the right, and Ivan Toney through the middle. No goalkeeper on the bench. We've gone with 3 defenders and 4 midfielders and attackers. I think you can do that, really, can't you? Because often the goalkeepers don't get sent off or injured. Someone said that to me in the comments, and I was like, yeah, why am I putting a goalkeeper on the bench? They're never going to come on. More options then. So Ake, Stones, and Rico Lewis on the bench alongside Bob, Doku, Bernardo Silva, and Mateo Kovacic. It's FA Cup final time. So here we go, Emirates FA Cup final. Manchester City go to Wembley to win their first major trophy of the season. Wembley Stadium awaits Chelsea. Enzo Maresca's side have made it all the way to the final to take on Pep Guardiola's team. Estavio, Willian, one of the key players in this Chelsea team. This is going to be an exciting final between 2 of the top clubs in England. So FA Cup final against Chelsea. Kickoff is underway from Nicholas Jackson. Can City come out on top against this Chelsea side? We're in poor form. Lost 3 of our last 3 in the Premier League. Chelsea have won their last 2, so they're in better form than us. Oh, Mudryk the pace there. Problems caused straight away, and Ortega comes out to save it. Big save from Stefan Ortega in minute 2 at this one at Wembley. Oh, good ball through to Ivan Toney, who's offside. Kanechi comes out and fouls him, which would have been a penalty. But Savinho, I think it was just too late with the pass. Walker in a difficult position today. Could be one of his last games for Manchester City. Big test for Kyle Walker, who's lost it here to Nicholas Jackson. And here's Estavio, is it? Is it Kunku? And a big save by Ortega for the second time today. Walker. Savinho. Against the Cunha. So quick, tricky Savinho. And he takes this right to the byline, Savinho. Against the Cunha. Back out to Ivan Toney. Bruno Guimaraes. Rodri. Vardiol. Vardiol switched it back out to Savinho. Foden. Foden, great skill. Savinho. Across the box to Rodri for a tap-in. Fabian Schär reads it. Ortega goes forward. It's a bad ball by Ortega. Foden lost the header. Rodri in on Mudryk. Walker's lost out to Nicholas Jackson here. Jackson. Akanji with a big challenge in the box behind for a corner. Good tackle by Manu Akanji. One of our standout players this season, Akanji. Running behind Akanji here. City a little bit All over the place. Amari Kellyman with a heavy touch here, and Ortega's always going to win that one ahead of Kellyman. The youngster picked today for Chelsea. Clearly impressed Enzo Maresca. Jack Grealish for City. Great play by Grealish. Guimaraes. Wide he goes to Savinho. Savinho past Acuna. Great feet by Savinho. Pulled it back to Foden here, and Acuna just cuts it out. Walker's lost him. Akanji across. Mudryk against Manu Akanji. Burst past Akanji as well. Mudryk with the ball in here. Chance for Nicholas Jackson to the far post to Estavio. I thought that was going in. I thought that glancing header was going to fall to the boot of Estavio. And Ortega was going to watch it get smashed in the back of his net. Malagusto. Watching him driving to the box here. Malagusto. Pulls it back. Estavio. Great feet. He has a cross to the Brazilian. Chelsea the turn here. Jackson. Kellyman. Mudryk. Vardiel with a foot in. Back out towards Gusto. Chance for Callum Mudryk. A big save from Stefan Ortega behind for a corner for Chelsea. But we have been shaky at times today. Ortega sends it along towards Savinho. And the referee blows the half-time whistle. 0-0 in the Emirates FA Cup final. But I think changes need to be made tactically. We look a little bit open. Guimaraes' position is not quite working. And City need to be better on the ball against this Chelsea team. Savinho into Walker. Back to Savinho. He threads one through to Phil Foden. Takes good touches. Walker. Rodri. Guimaraes. Right to Grealish. Grealish tries to beat his man. He's tackled by Malagusto. Vardiel in there and is Estavio. Big trouble for Diaz here because Estavio is absolutely rapid. And Diaz can't stop him. Estavio bursts away from him. Akanji across. Estavio William. Akanji in there. Estavio still. Vardiel in there as well. Good combination play by Vardiel. And Akanji to get it back. Phone on to Jack Grealish. Grealish with a great switch of play out to Savinho. Savinho into Acuna. Cuts inside Acuna. He's past him. And he's past Enzo Fernandez as well. Brilliant from Savinho. Savinho pulls it back here. Guimaraes. What a tackle by Amari Kellyman on Bruno Guimaraes. He wants a free kick. A tackle from behind. Look at Ivan Toney tracking back here. Brilliant from Ivan Toney. Thank you, Ivan Toney. Absolutely brilliant commitment to his team there. This against Malagusto. In behind to Joško Vardiel. Great running from Vardiel. Vardiel for City. Vardiel. Foden with a chance and blocked away by Tosin Adebayo. Doku. Back towards Vardiel. Bernardo Silva. Rodri makes a run through. Back to Bernardo. Right to Doku again up against Malagusto. Doku. Into Ivan Toney. What a pass. Ivan Toney! Kanechi makes the save. Should he have slammed that in? Does neither. Savinho has to try and foul Tosin from stopping getting the counter. And here's Raheem Sterling, who's coming from Callum Mudryk. And Manu Akanji straight across to Sterling. But he gets it through to Nkunku. Trouble for City here. Christopher Nkunku. Nkunku skips past Walker. Nkunku inside. He shoots. Ortega parries. Doku against Malagusto. He's beat him. Doku. He can't get the ball into anyone. Doku. Doku still. Out to Rodri. Foden. Savinho. Ball in. Rodri's there, and the keeper throws himself at it to stop Rodri getting on the end of it. Diaz. Vardiel. Doku. Joško Vardiel. Brilliant from a fullback Vardiel. Bernardo. Toney. Oh, Ivan Toney ruins the move with a bad pass. Rodri in there back wide to Doku. Doku for City. Space for Doku. They don't know what to do here, Chelsea. Doku still. Doku. Ivan Toney! What a bit of tackling from Tosin Adebayo there. Davide Washington's coming on for Nkunku. Should have scored. This time we're going to whip it in at the 88th minute. Whip it in. Foden in. Diaz down. There is Toney. Away. Akanji back out. Back in by Walker. Doku. Foden. Foden in. Blocked away by Malagusto. Another corner for City. Can we win this late on? Enzo Fernandez goes across to Gusto. Well, can it be a last minute goal? Foden in. Diaz. Toney on the turn! What a goal from Ivan Toney! 91st minute of the FA Cup final. And on the volley, the overhead kick wins City the FA Cup. What a goal from Ivan Toney. I had a feeling he was going to score in that situation, crossing the ball deep from the corner. Diaz flicks it forward. He takes it on the chest. And with the acrobatic overhead kick, the keeper comes out to smother it. On the turn, over the keeper. Beats Gusto on the line, into the roof of the net. Manchester City are going to be FA Cup winners. And captain Kevin De Bruyne, who's out injured, can be there to see his team lift the trophy. Unfortunately, he's not been part of the FA Cup at all this season. A long-term injury that made him only play, I think, 16 games, if not 15 games. Was that the last kick of the game? The referee says no. Chelsea come forward. Blow the whistle, referee. Eustabio. Davide Washington. Full-time whistle goes. Manchester City come back from the Premier League woes. Come back from a dismal end to the Premier League season. Losing the Premier League title. Not winning 5 in a row. And a 90th minute winner from superstar striker signed in January to replace Julian Alvarez after a big injury to Erling Haaland as well, but ruled him out for 6 months of the season. It has done 2 separate injuries. He scores the winner and Manchester City are FA Cup winners. What a result that is. Ruben Dias with the captain's armband on today. He will lift that trophy. But this trophy is of course for our captain Kevin De Bruyne, who will not get a chance to lift it today. Unfortunately, you can't put him in the squad because he's injured. I'd love to see him just be on the bench, just to be there. And of course in real life he would be, wouldn't he? Now, Manchester City are FA Cup winners. Last year we lost this competition in the final to Manchester United. This year in the final against Chelsea, City made no mistake. And we went on to win that FA Cup final. City, Manchester City's Pep Guardiola side, FA Cup winners again. And that is not the only trophy to win this season, because the Champions League is still on the line and the Club World Cup on the line too. But that is 1 down, possibly 2 more to go. Thank you, City, and thank you, Ivan Toney, for an absolute spectacular wonder goal in the 90th minute to win this game against Chelsea. Fantastic, brilliant. Look at the celebrations. You know what it means to the fans to win silverware, these players. And we always want to win more and more, and we will continue to try and do that. What a win. And the trophy there lifted by captain Ruben Dias. Well, as we look ahead towards the Champions League final, Manchester City have some big news. Medical staff have cleared Erling Haaland's return after his injury. He's rejoined the first change sessions. And Haaland is officially available again. Should we put him on the bench this Champions League final? I think with the quality he has, maybe we should. Do we risk getting him injured again? Will he be back for the FIFA Club World Cup for sure? What a player Erling Haaland is. And I think with a player of his quality, we want him around in the Champions League final. And we finish up with some more bad news really compared to what we've had in today's episode. An FA Cup final win, an Erling Haaland return for the Champions League final perhaps. Bernardo Silva is targeted by Benfica. They want to make a return for Bernardo Silva this summer. They think now is the time to bring him back. With 1 year left on his Man City contract going into next summer, the summer after this one, they're thinking around 35 million will bring in the Portuguese international, who has been one of our key players this season, one of our best players this season, and one of the players we sort of cannot do without. I don't want to lose Bernardo Silva. That is certainly on my mind. I'd like to keep him. He's one of Pep's favourites. Pep loves him. But for many years now, Bernardo Silva has asked to leave the club. And I suppose if we let Bernardo go, it's about time we let him leave on his own terms. He's given everything to Manchester City, hasn't he, Bernardo Silva? And I understand if he does want to leave Manchester City this summer. 1 more year, Champions League final line. He could leave the club with 2 Champions League, with so many Premier League trophies, with so many FA Cup trophies, Carabao Cup trophies. The man has won the lot. And it'd be totally understandable if he decided now is the time to go. And if he does, the midfield certainly is in for a big revamp this summer and something we need to keep a keen eye on. That is today's episode, but one big game left in the official season before we get into the Club World Cup. It is, of course, the Champions League final. Please like the video, please subscribe if you are new. Get ready for the Champions League final. It's up next episode and I am so excited for it. We're going to give our all after that big FA Cup win. I'm confident we can go into that Champions League final and win it. And win our 2nd Champions League in the club's history. We'll see you guys next time.